The fastest way to find ore in TerraFirmaCraft is the Prospector's pick. Notice I said the fastest, not the fast. The Prospector's pick is not a free pass to ore land. Using it is like solving a three-dimensional puzzle. First of all, you make a Prospector's pick the same way you make a normal pick, except you use this recipe to make the scroll. To determine a good spot to start prospecting, find an area where surface ores are concentrated. A good way to do this is by selecting a spot where there are 3 or more pieces of ore among the rocks in a certain area. Here I found quite a bit of ore, but using the Prospector's pick on the surface yields me nothing, so I'll have to dig down. It's important to note that it's usually wise to establish support beams before doing any mining in TerraFirmaCraft. Unfortunately, if you don't have the metal to make a saw, you're just going to have to do without. I'm not sure of the technical validity of these statements, but it seems as though keeping your tunnels small and never digging up greatly reduces the chances of a cave-in. Now, here's what you need to know about the pick, copied right out of the wiki page. The Prospector's pick scans for ore 25 blocks in every direction around the target block. The Prospector's pick estimates the concentration of ore in an area, and the Prospector's pick is not fully accurate and will return false negatives frequently. So here's how we use that information to find ore. Hopefully your prospecting has yielded something after digging down a few blocks under your concentrated ores. If not, you may need to switch to a different area. Once it picks up on some ore, pick a random direction and mine a half a dozen blocks or so in that direction, then test those blocks. Remember, because it can show false negatives, you want to test groups of blocks and not just individuals. If it shows less or no ore, it means you've traveled further away from the vein. If it shows a higher concentration, it means you've traveled closer to your vein. It's basically a game of hot and cold until you finally reach the vein, and it can seem easy in theory, but it can take a long time to work your way closer to the vein. I like to visualize it like this. The Prospector's pick essentially informs you of a circular bubble of space around some ore. The more you poke around, the better idea you get of where the center of the circle is. Eventually, you'll work your way to the center of the bubble and find your ore. Luckily, ore veins give you significantly more metal than ore nuggets from the surface, so prospecting should be a relatively rare occurrence. If you like this video, leave a like and watch your sub box for the next one, using support beams.